Time, so I want you to stick with me. Here's what it looks like out there right now. Just a beautiful afternoon in Cedar Hill at 81 degrees. We have wind gusts only about 16 to 21 miles per hour downtown Dallas. If you look here, pretty much clear at this point. A few clouds out there, but otherwise 82 and sunny. If we look at our radar, I've been keeping an eye on what's going to be going on potentially in East Texas, where we could have a few isolated thunderstorms that pop up. Majority of us are going to stay dry and see no activity today, but we are just keeping an eye on East Texas for any development a little bit later. Otherwise, here's a look at these temperatures across North Texas. In the low 80s right now, 83 in downtown Dallas, 80 in Denton, 80 in Greenville. Woo, yeah, up near the 90-degree mark. Coleman at 91, Ballinger at about 92, and 89 in Abilene. So a warm one, another toasty day as we go into the day tomorrow for some of those same locations as we see some very warm air pumping up from the southwest. So 96 in Coleman, 97 in Brownwood, 95 in Stephenville. I do think that there are going to be locations in DFW that do reach the 90-degree mark, including Fort Worth. 87 I have Dallas, Denton 85, cooler, much cooler east, and it really all depends on if we see any thunderstorms and where they are. So let's talk about that. You've had a lot of questions, and we're gonna have questions all the way through, but I'll tell you where we're at right now. So let's start at 7 o'clock in the morning. Throughout the day on Friday, we're going to see mostly cloudy conditions. Now, we are going to have a strong cap in place, and you hear us talk about that. Kyle Roberts did a great breakdown on our website. So if you want to know what the cap is, go there, read it. It's a great breakdown, pretty well done there. So we're going to have to battle that throughout the day, which we like because we don't want severe weather. So we would rather that cap stay in place and keep a lid on any activity. But the potential is there for a few of those thunderstorms to break through the cap. Where that will happen, we're not going to be able to tell you exactly at all. But locations from 35W, 35E to the east have the best chance to see this development along that dry line in the late afternoon, early evening hours, and then the storms that do break that cap are just going to intensify quickly and could become severe very quickly. So we're going to be watching that between the hours of about 4 and 8, 9 o'clock in the evening. But then once we get into 9, 10 o'clock, most of that development is going to come to an end and will stay dry and uneventful throughout the overnight hours. If you look here at the setup for the severe weather outlook, it looks a little different than it did earlier. This enhanced risk has been pulled back. I don't want you to pay attention to that at all. Whether you're an enhanced risk or a slight risk, the risk is still the same. If we have a thunderstorm that pops through that cap, we are going to see the potential for large hail, up to baseball-sized hail, winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, and a chance for isolated tornadoes. So that is going to be something, whether you're in that slight risk or enhanced, either way, I want you to have a plan in place. But we'll have another more in-depth breakdown as we go into the next half hour, so you want to stay with us. Here's a look at tonight's forecast. Mostly clear skies, 64 degrees with south winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. As we go into the day tomorrow, 87 degrees, morning sun, increasing clouds, PM storms. So it really is going to be after 3, 4 o'clock when we'll see any type of development at all in regards to rain. South winds 15 to 25 miles per hour, so pumping in some of that warmer air. It's out of here before Saturday, so your weekend's going to stay dry, untouched, beautiful. Look at this. Those of you who are wanting some of that cooler air back, we're going to have
Let's not. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Fungus. Bringing up the rear is the fungus. You always got fungus. Today also warmer than normal by about 10 degrees, 85 degrees. We're going to repeat that as we go into the day tomorrow with temperatures up 10 to even 12 degrees above normal. Some spots reaching the lower 90s tomorrow, so we'll be watching that. 83 out there right now at DFW Airport with south winds 15 miles per hour, but it's beautiful out there. Yes, the winds are starting to increase, so we do have to talk about those gusts. 21 miles per hour, but we have clear conditions on the radar at this point. We could see a few isolated showers or thunderstorms in far east Texas, but most of us are going to wait until tomorrow to see the potential for storms, which we'll go over all of the details right now, so stay with me. But here's a look at those temperatures right now. 83 in Dallas, 81 in Fort Worth. Here's those locations that got into the lower 90s today or even upper 80s. Same thing as we go into tomorrow. Look at that, 96, 97. Woo-wee. 90 in Fort Worth, 85 in Denton, 87 in Dallas, 84 in Waxahachie throughout the afternoon. It's going to stay cooler here, or we're going to see a chance for a few showers and thunderstorms to pop up in the afternoon that will limit that warming. But This is a look at what to expect. I'm going to break it down, and then I'm going to show you with timecast. So we're going to kind of look at it both ways because it's easier to understand. Between 7 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, mainly cloudy, breezy, warm, muggy. We'll have a cap in place, which is basically a lid on the atmosphere. It doesn't allow warm air that's rising to continue to rise. We're going to come back to this. We do have to get to Jason with some breaking news, and we'll come back and we'll talk more about this.
Yeah, Kaylee, thanks.